If you've ever tried to eat healthier, manage your time, or avoid distractions, you likely started with a lot of motivation. But motivation naturally fades. When you rely on raw willpower alone to change your behavior, the effort eventually breaks down. There is a practical alternative. Instead of hoping you'll have enough discipline tomorrow, you can build a habit design action plan today. This is a deliberate process that removes motivation from the equation entirely. To build your plan, grab a pen and a piece of paper right now. While you're getting those, decide on one specific habit you want to develop. By getting this process out of your head and onto paper, you are creating an external system. You are taking a fragile wish and turning it into a mechanical certainty. Step 1 is shrinking the habit. The most common reason new behaviors fail early on is that the starting goal requires too much effort. It drains your cognitive resources before the habit can take root. To fix this, you have to find the absolute smallest productive version of your behavior. For example, committing to a full desk yoga routine every afternoon is overwhelming, but shrinking that down to just standing up and reaching your arms overhead once is highly manageable. On your paper, write down your large goal. Now, physically cross it out. Underneath it, write down the absolute smallest micro version of that action. Making a behavior so small that it is practically impossible to fail removes the psychological friction, and starting is always the most resource-intensive phase. Step 2 is scripting the behavior. Academic Peter Gallwitzer spent years researching implementation intentions. His work shows vague goals fail in critical situations because they lack a predetermined decision matrix. When friction happens, you're forced to figure out what to do in the moment. The solution is a cognitive formula that connects a specific trigger to an action. If situation Y occurs, then you execute behavior Z. So if you are trying to quit smoking, your script might be, if I crave a cigarette when bored, then I will play a game on my phone. Or if I crave a cigarette when I'm stressed out, then I will call my sister. Look at your shrunken habit. Write down your own specific if-then statement to wire an exact situational trigger to your new behavior. Deciding how to act ahead of time reserves your willpower. Instead of a desperate struggle to make the right choice, the response becomes an automatic reflex. Step 3 moves into environmental design. We need to look at your physical space and reduce any barriers to performing the new action. We do this through chaining. Chaining means linking your new, fragile habit directly to a rock-solid routine you already complete every day. For instance, if you want to take a daily vitamin, chain it to your morning coffee. By placing the pill bottle directly against the coffee grinder, the unavoidable coffee routine seamlessly triggers the new behavior. This hacks your environment. You don't have to remember to do the new task because the physical trigger occurs automatically in your established timeline. Write down one existing daily routine on your paper right now. Note exactly how you will chain your new habit to it. Environmental design consistently beats good intentions. When the physical trigger is securely anchored in your path, the habit happens by default. Step 4 solves the problem of invisible habits. Behaviors like time management often fail entirely because there is no immediate, visible feedback when you do them correctly. Productivity expert Francis Wade addressed this by creating a system that diagnoses and levels up habits using martial arts belt colors. This chart shows Wade's approach. The left column breaks a habit down into specific behaviors. Across the top is the progression scale. You track execution from a novice white belt up through yellow and orange until reaching green, where the habit is automatic. Sketch a simple 4-column grid on your paper. Use it to map out the milestone levels for your new habit, from just starting out to consistent daily practice. Quantifying an invisible habit gives you immediate feedback. This provides the tangible psychological reward necessary to sustain your practice over the long term. Review your completed action plan. You now have a shrunken behavior, a specific if-then trigger, a chained daily routine, and a tracking rubric. Compare what you have now to what you started with. A few minutes ago, you had a vague, willpower-dependent wish. Now you hold a crisp, structured checklist. Take this paper and physically place it somewhere unavoidable. Tape it to your bathroom mirror or set it directly on your computer keyboard so it dictates your actions tomorrow morning. Lasting behavioral change doesn't require conjuring more willpower. It requires building a bulletproof physical system that makes failure difficult.